When someone asks you, what do you do? How do you answer? When it's time to describe the benefits and the results that you create to someone who wants to know what they get from working with you or buying your products, what do you say? When it's time to put the description on your website of exactly how you deliver results to your customers, how do you describe it? Well, now it's time to start communicating in a way that makes people want to buy your products and services. In this training, we're going to learn how to create what's called an elevator pitch or a unique selling proposition. And the basic idea goes like this. If you were in an elevator and someone asked you, what do you do? What would you say? Now, whatever you answer must be compelling enough that the person you're talking to would want to do business with you by the time that you reached the floor that you were going to. Okay, so you only have a few seconds. Now, most people can't explain what they do. They can't explain the benefits and the results that they offer in a short, clear, and powerful way that instantly makes someone want to do business with them. And you need to be able to do this if you want to create powerful marketing, powerful sales pitches, and powerful advertising. Now, when most people are asked, what do you do? They answer with something like this. I'm a writer, or I have a website, or I'm a relationship coach, or I'm a weight loss expert, and it's all about them. Listen to these two descriptions and tell me if they sound different to you than what most people say when asked, what do you do? Here's the first one. I help overweight women who want to lose more than 20 pounds get rid of their extra body fat in as little as 90 days without starvation diets or torturing themselves with military exercise. Do you know any women who would like to lose more than 20 pounds quickly? Here's the second example. I help people who are in $10,000 or more of credit card debt cut their monthly payments in half and get completely out of debt in 3 years or less. Do you know anyone who has more than $10,000 of credit card debt who would like to cut their payments and eliminate their debt in less than 3 years? Now, you might notice that those sound very different from the way that most people answer the question, what do you do? Those two are examples of strong, what are called elevator pitches or unique selling propositions. So now let's talk about how to create one. Now, most gurus or experts or authors or coaches, they like to be modest. They don't want to be boastful. They don't want to come on too strong. They don't want to come across like a sleazy salesperson. They really don't want to push themselves on other people. Okay, what they want to do is help. Most of us, our livelihood, our joy in life, our fulfillment comes from helping and teaching other people. So when we think about pushing too hard or convincing someone to do something in order to give us money, sometimes a feeling of resistance comes up. Well, I want to tell you that when it comes time to sell, when someone's going to buy something from you, or when it comes time to make a first impression, it's not the time to be humble. It's not the time to sit back and let the other person figure out what you do and figure out, what your services are and how they can take advantage of them. When you first meet someone or when you're in a marketing situation, this is the time when you need to take everything that you've learned and focus it like a laser beam to communicate the benefits and the results that you offer, and to do it in a way so that anyone that's a prospective customer, someone that would be a really good customer for you, will say to themselves, wow, that's exactly what I need. That's exactly what I'm looking for. That's the problem that I've been trying to solve. And as far as I'm concerned, professional marketing, professional sales, professional promotion, it's not about being pushy. It's not about being too forward with people. It's about communicating exactly what the other person wants. I had a friend, mentor, someone I worked with years ago, who used to define marketing as fulfilling the selfish need of the other person. And that's what marketing is. And when we're creating an elevator pitch or a unique selling proposition, that's what we're trying to do. We're starting by figuring out exactly what it is that's the problem or the challenge, okay, a skill that we've been working on through the Guru Blueprint, figuring out exactly what their problem or challenge is, and then stating the result or the benefit that we offer in the form of a very powerful communication. It's almost like a headline. And in fact, we'll be using this exact same thinking later when we create headlines and we learn how to write copy in marketing. Another important point here, when we're creating an elevator pitch, a short statement that communicates everything the prospect needs to know to become interested and to make a decision, hey, I should check this out, this is the time to wordsmith every single word, everything you say, so that it becomes crystal clear and very compelling. We want to focus on emotional needs, on the desired specific result that the prospect wants, and we want to use high emotion value words to do it. And then we want to put them all together in a very crisp, clear statement. Your elevator pitch is all about you being able to describe who your customer is, what their challenge is, what the result is that they want, how fast, easy, or low hassle you can give them the result, and then putting it into a sentence or two that grabs attention and compels. Whenever we're meeting new people for the first time, whether this be meeting them in person to do coaching, they come to your website, they see your videos online, whenever they get a first exposure to your message, there's what's called a window of opportunity that's open. It's an opportunity to make a first impression. You've probably heard you never get a second chance to make a first impression. Well, in most cases, what gurus or experts or information marketers do is they let these huge opportunities go right by, and they don't have a powerful, compelling message to open up with, and therefore they lose most of their opportunity, and the prospective customer just kind of says yawn and moves on to the next thing. Right? We're bombarded with so much information, we don't have time to wait to hear if something's good. If it doesn't grab us right at the beginning, then we're on to the next thing. So you must take control of this moment, and you must deliver a powerful, compelling message that you know speaks directly to your prospect and their needs. So what we're also doing right now is we're beginning to bridge the gap between content and marketing. And what we're learning here is also the beginning of learning how to write headlines, write copy, and write bullets for your future advertising and marketing materials. Okay, so here's the formula, and I'm going to show this to you so that you can see how to just fill in the blanks and create your unique selling proposition. So this formula or blueprint has 5 parts. Okay, the first part starts with the words I help. And what we're going to do is we're going to describe our specific prospect here. So for example, if you specialize in helping overweight women, you would say, I help overweight women. The next part is you're going to say the word who, and then you're going to describe the specific problem that your prospect is facing, and ideally try to describe it better than they can in a very crisp, clear way. So let's say that you helped overweight women who wanted to lose 20 pounds or more. So you would say, who want to lose 20 pounds or more. Next, what you're going to talk about is what you're going to help them achieve or get, the specific result or the benefit that they're going to get from this. You could also talk about what they're going to get away from, but in this case, let's talk about the specific result that they're going to get. So for example, in this case, I could say, get rid of 20 pounds of extra body fat in 90 days or less. Okay, so we're going to get rid of 20 pounds of body fat in 90 days or less. It's a very specific result. The fourth part of the formula is we're going to add convenience. Convenience. Is it fast? Is it easy? Is it low hassle? Is there some way that you can describe the convenience that your prospect is going to experience while they're getting the benefit? So in this case, I would say without starvation diets or torturing themselves with military exercise. Okay, so that's a big benefit because it's the thing that everyone fears. To lose the weight, I'm going to have to go on a starvation diet or do military torture exercise. And then finally, the fifth part of the formula is we're going to create a hook. We're going to ask a question so that it draws the person in. So in this case, I might say, do you know any women who would like to lose 20 pounds quickly? Because this gives the other person an opportunity to answer the question. And either they could say yes about themselves, right, because it asks in a way that doesn't point a finger at them, or they can recommend a friend. So again, let me give you the 2 examples that I gave you in the beginning. Okay, so the first one, someone says, what do? You say, I help overweight women who want to lose more than 20 pounds get rid of their extra body fat in as little as 90 days without starvation diets or torturing themselves with military exercise. Do you know any women who would like to lose more than 20 pounds quickly? Here's the other example. What do? I help people who are in $10,000 or more of credit card debt cut their monthly payments in half and get completely out of debt in 3 years or less. Do you know anyone who has more than $10,000 in credit card debt that would like to cut their payments and eliminate their debt in less than 3 years? You can see that these also, by the way, they're great headlines. Each of these would make great openings to a video. They're really great first impressions to make on people, whether you're doing it in person or you're doing it in a video or online. Now, before we do the exercise and we wrap up, I want to teach you one more thing. And this is, once you've created a great elevator pitch, we want to condense even that and try to turn it into a title that we can use for a product or a teleclass or a coaching series. And what we're doing here is we're literally summarizing our summary, and we're breaking it down to just a few words. So for example, I could take the first one that I gave you. I help overweight women who want to lose more than 20 pounds get rid of their extra body fat in as little as 90 days without starvation diets or torturing themselves with military exercise. Do you know any women who would like to lose more than 20 pounds quickly? And I could summarize that down to a short title, Lose 20 pounds of fat in 90 days. Okay, lose 20 pounds of fat in 90 days. The second example, I help people who are in $10,000 or more of credit card debt cut their monthly payments in half and get completely out of debt in 3 years. Right? This one as a title becomes How to Get Out of $10,000 or More in Credit Card Debt. And then I might even make a little subhead for this one, and cut your monthly payments in half immediately. So notice what I'm doing here. I'm focusing on the results, on the benefits, on the outcomes, on the convenience, and I'm just extracting the juiciest part of the unique selling proposition or the elevator pitch, and I'm summarizing it into that tight title. Okay, so let's do a couple of exercises to do this with your business. First, download the exercises that are down below this video and print them out. I recommend you print them out a little bit smaller, maybe at about 95%. Make sure you get them all. So pause the video right now and then come back when you've got them and we'll do the exercises. Okay, good. So let's start with the exercise that says creating your elevator pitch or unique selling proposition. As you begin your adventure selling and marketing your products and services, you must create communications that cause your prospective customers to want to buy from you. We'll start by creating an elevator pitch or unique selling proposition, which explains the benefits and results you offer in a few lines and connects it to the needs of real customers. Use this exercise to create your elevator pitch. Okay, so first, describe your prospect in specific terms. Okay, so if your target market is women, then say, I help women. If you're teaching college students, then say, I help college students. Next, describe the specific problem that your prospect is having in clear terms. So in our examples above, maybe someone has 20 pounds of extra body fat, or maybe they have $10,000 of credit card debt. Next, describe the specific measurable result that you help your prospect to get in their life. We want to focus on specific tangible things, not abstract things. We want to focus on losing 20 pounds of fat. We want to talk about cutting payments in half, real things. Next, describe the specific convenience that you offer in helping your prospect get past their challenge and realize the result that they want. So if it's fast, talk about how fast. If it's easy, if it's low hassle, if it's low risk, talk about it in some way. If you can help someone do it in 90 days, talk about doing it in 90 days. If it's in 3 years, have it be in 3 years. You know, getting out of $10,000 of debt in 3 years, that's a good time frame for that big of a challenge. Obviously, the shorter the better, but what's the convenience, the low hassle factor? Write it down. And then finally, summarize everything that you've written down to create your hook question. Again, the example, I help overweight women who want to lose more than 20 pounds get rid of their extra body fat in as little as 90 days without starvation diets or torturing themselves with military exercise. Do you know any women who would like to lose more than 20 pounds quickly? Obviously, if you made a video online, you could say, would you like to lose more than 20 pounds quickly? And then bam, it's a great intro for a video. So do that exercise now, and when you're finished, we'll do the next one. Okay, for the second exercise, what we're going to do is kind of summarize our condensed summary, and you're going to turn your elevator pitch into a title. So now it's time to summarize your elevator pitch and refine it all the way to the point where you could turn it into a product title. This requires you to eliminate everything that doesn't broadcast a specific, tangible result or benefit and keep only what matters. Okay, so in this exercise, what I want you to do is strip out every part of your elevator pitch except for the things that matter. So what we're looking for here is to condense our first elevator pitch to something like lose 20 pounds of fat in 90 days. Or in our second one, how to get out of $10,000 or more in credit card debt and cut your payments in half immediately. Okay, so you got two examples there. And titles are fine if they're a little bit longer. What we would use these for is the title of a book, of a product, of a teleclass series, or even a coaching session. And of course, as you can probably hear, we're now starting to learn how to write headlines that we could use in marketing, in ads, in banner ads, and just about everywhere else. Okay, great. So create your unique selling proposition elevator pitches now, summarize them into some titles, and I'll see you in the next training.